What's going on, you guys? Cameron Lombardi back here with another stock market investing video. Today we have a lot to go over. I'm going to show you guys how the plays on Apple and PLTR played out that I had going on in the previous video. I haven't made a video for about a week and a half, and I've made a lot of plays since then, so I want to show you guys how all those plays are going and how the portfolio is doing. Before we get into it, if you guys do like this video, hit that thumbs up button right below the screen. It really does help me. It helps this channel, and it helps this video reach more and more people so that we can continue to share the knowledge. And if you guys do want to continue following along with the channel and learn as my portfolio grows, hit that subscribe button and follow along so that we can all grow together. Alright guys, so let's get right into it. Today the portfolio is sitting just over $19,000, so that's pretty exciting to pass that milestone. Today we're up around $80. The stock market is open right now, so it's going to change here and there as we go on. And then all time here, we're sitting up around 17.5% or $2,800. So if you remember in the last video, we were sitting around $18,550, so we are up a good amount since then. I did deposit $100 in. The other $400 has been profits from all of the plays that we've been making in the stock market, which we are going to get into right now. So let's go ahead and head over to the Wheel Strategy Profit Spreadsheet here. So where we were at in my last video, I was selling a covered call on Apple and on PLTR, which we have here. So I ended up buying out of this Apple play here with about $89 in profits. I bought back the call that I was selling on it, and I sold another one because Apple was dropping down. So I went ahead and sold another covered call closer to the money and made a little bit more from that one. So our total profits on Apple for the week are here. And I did profit from that PLTR covered call that I did as well. PLTR has just skyrocketed, and we made about $68 from that play, which was a 4.3% gain in 1 week. So that was really nice to see. I've been busy this week too. I went ahead and sold another call this past Friday for this week on Apple. And in 1 day, the stock price went down a little bit, and I did make most of my premium there off of the $118 that I sold it for. And I ended up selling my shares of Apple too, because I saw that the price was coming down lower and lower, closer to my price of $116.47 per share. So I went ahead and sold out of the shares, bought back my contract, and I locked in $116 profit for that play. And then later that day, I went ahead and bought them back at $114.96. And I immediately sold a covered call on that for $141 premium. The next day, I saw that Apple was continuing to kind of stay the same and drop a little bit, so I just wasn't really confident in that play, so I went ahead and bought it back. I had also bought a couple puts on the position just in case Apple did drop really low. A put is basically betting on the stock going down, so if it did go down, my principal would be protected here. So my $11,496 from the 100 shares would be protected if the stock did drop down. So by doing this was basically just cheap insurance, but it does cut into your profits a little bit. So off this play, I only made $25, which brought our weekly percentage down quite a bit. The other play that I made this week was on RKT, which I explained in the previous video. It is a mortgage company, and all of it is done basically online. This company has been doing really, really well. Their sales this year are hitting record numbers. They have over 150% year-over-year growth. I really like this company, but they have been dropping down steadily. I sold a 1950 strike put, so that was $1,950 locked up there, and I got paid $50 to do this. Now this one was over 2 weeks, but the next day I made a decent profit off of it already, so I went ahead and bought that one back for a total of $15 profit. So the total for this week is $156 profit. The Apple play here did bring our percentage down a little bit, but that's okay. As long as you're green, you're doing well. So going into next week, guys, I have a couple pretty big plays that I'm excited about. I did go ahead and buy 100 shares of PLTON at $106.93 per share. So that was a pretty big investment, $10,693, and I went ahead and immediately sold a $107 strike call, and I got paid $445 to do that. And that is for 1 week, so that will be expiring next Friday, December 4th. I also bought a $95 strike put for the cost of $75. Again, this is basically just cheap insurance in case this stock does drop down below $100 or even a little more. I will be protected, and I'll make a little bit of money off the stock going down. That basically just cuts your profits a little bit, but again, it is kind of cheap insurance on the play. That way, if the stock drops down, your principal value is protected because you'll make money off of the stock going down. I also went ahead and sold a put on PLTR at the $20 strike price, and I got paid $30 to do that. So that will be about a 1.5% profit for next week. So let's go ahead and flip over back to the portfolio and look at these two stocks and see how they're doing right now. All right, guys, so here is Peloton stock, how it's currently sitting today. It is at $109.11, as you can see. So again, as long as this stock stays above $107, we'll get our max profit there. That $445 minus the $75 for the put. So we're looking at about a $370 profit for next week. If this stock does stay above 107, my shares will get called away at $107. If it does not and drops back down, I will just keep that premium that I sold the call for anyways, that $445. And if it does drop down even further, I'll make a little bit of money off of that put as well. I'm hoping that the stock stays above 107 because that will be my maximum profit. I'll also make about $10 here off the stock if it does stay above 107 because my shares will get called away at 107. So that'll be 10 plus the $370 in premium. So that'll be a $380 profit for next week if this does stay above 107 by next Friday at the end of the day. So now let's go ahead and look at PLTR and see how that stock has been doing. All right, guys, so here is PLTR. This stock has been on fire the last couple weeks. Today it is down a little bit. This is actually a little pullback, which we haven't seen for a little while. If you look over the past week, they're up $9.83, which is 52% on this stock. That is ridiculous. In the last month, it's up $18.17, or around like 177%. So this stock is up huge. And again, we're selling a put on this stock for $20, which is around this price range here. So if this stock on next Friday is below $20, I will be assigned 100 shares of PLTR at that $20 price. If it does not, I just keep that $30 and I can make another play on it the following week if I so wish. But guys, this is one stock that I do believe in, especially for the long term. They work with the government on different contracts. They're tracking coronavirus information. They work with the Army and a lot of big commercial companies for tracking data. So this is one that I wouldn't mind owning, especially at that $20 range. Again, right now it's way up here around 28, so it would have to drop $8 next week, which it very well could, in order for me to get assigned the shares. Let's take a look at the options here. This is another reason why I don't mind holding on to PLTR, is because if I do get assigned the 100 shares at $20, I can just flip right around to selling calls, which this is $320 for next week. So that is a lot of premium for selling calls on this company. So if I do get assigned the shares, I'm totally fine with it because I will just flip right around to selling calls. And as you can see, even further away from the stock price here, the premiums are still very, very nice. So I wouldn't mind owning this company at all, and that is the reason that I sold the put on this. Again, if it does drop down here to $20 by the end of Friday next week, I'll buy 100 shares. If it does not, I just keep that $30 that I earned. And you guys can see that right here. It is currently worth $43. So I could have sold it for a little bit more, which is totally fine. I'm happy with the 1.5% profit that I'll get next week. So we'll keep an eye on this and see if this stock price does stay above that $20 mark. I will keep you guys updated. So between those two plays, guys, between Peloton and PLTR, I'm looking at a profit of hopefully around $400 next week, which would be a great percentage on my current portfolio amount. Hopefully by the end of the year, we'll be aiming to get this portfolio above $20,000. We'll see if we can do that, if we continue to hit these plays each and every week. So if you guys do want to continue to follow along, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment or question down below if you guys have any questions on what I've been doing here, or if you guys are just enjoying the content. Let me know in the comment section below, and let me know if you guys are making any plays in the stock market and if you're learning anything. I would love to hear. So that's going to do it for today, guys. I hope everyone has a great weekend. I hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving, and let's continue to grow together. Take care.